Thank you once more for your presence here with us. We just want to welcome you to another moment with Lady Tracey right here on the hour, and we are going over to Texas. Yes, indeed, we have been in USA for a while, and I think it's for a great cause. We have with us a beautiful lady today. She is a book author, but not just a book author, a bestseller that is of the prominent title, The Unmerciful Pain, and of course, Conquering Through It All. She is also a part of the financial field, and she is here in person to share with you a little bit about her testimony, her journey, and what she has to offer to the writing company. So she is here as no other than Lady Madison Esther Panti. Esther is here to share with us. So welcome you, Madam. How are you doing? Welcome to the Lady Trace Show.
I'm doing great, Lady Tracey, and thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate your time.
It is a pleasure, and we look forward to a great chat. Can you tell us who is Esther, or let me say Miss Panti? Who are we talking to today? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, of course. Well, my name is Madison Esther Panti, originally from Ghana in the West Africa. And I've been in the United States for quite some time in the financial industry. And now I would say I am a proud author of two books, Conquering Through It All and The Unmerciful Pain.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And can you tell us how or what inspired you to become a writer, and how did it really help you with being a migrant from Ghana to USA, influencing your writing skills? How has this really inspired you?
Well, so I would say I never imagined myself being an author until I had this experience of bulging, dislocated spinal complications. And as I was incapacitated for so long, God laid on my heart to write the experience of what I was going through. So that became the birth of The Unmerciful Pain. And
Mhm.
actually, I don't believe my migration from Ghana to the United States had any influence on me becoming an author. It was rather the sickness that I experienced.
Okay, sounds like a tragic experience, but we'll get to it. And can you tell us, about the living aspect of you, being, in Ghana, the worldview that you had then and now, how has this impacted you, and what themes do you explore in your writing that reflects this?
Oh, thank you. Well, reflecting back to 25 years ago when I lived in Ghana, the challenges were real. I mean, we had limited opportunities versus being here in the United States. I have experienced so much. And what I see, the difference is in the US, you have everything at your beck and call. I need this and it's right there. So the challenge in Ghana uh, is something that actually reflects in my third book, which I laid a lot of emphasis of, the struggles of even just to get things like simple water,
Wow.
food, to go to school, walking miles on end.
Wow. I mean, I can reflect to that because I'm a Jamaican myself and I'm now living in Europe. And for me, it's a totally different thing. And I've seen the struggle, I've seen the challenges, and also even, the benefits as well. And it can make us see two sides, but at the same time, wanting to embrace the best part of it. And I'm just glad that you did something, different, turning it into a book, putting your experience, your worldview, and your inspiration in all in your writing. And I noticed also that you didn't just write, but you overcame the big challenge of being a bestseller. And this makes me want to ask you, what was the secret? Was it your testimony? Was it your experience? Was it your personal, you know, um, uh, 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 affliction of what you went through, because I noticed that you had a story to tell and we want to get to it. What was the secret in being a bestseller?
That's a great question. Thank you, Ms. Tracy. So I believe I have written amazing books, especially being a first author. I had no idea what I was doing. And then also I had to build a strong social media platform,
Mhm.
which has been very productive to me. I read a lot of good comments from all the people around the world. And hey, to everyone, I say a big thank you for following me. I do extensive marketing, and I would give a shout out to my marketing director, who is Hussein. He's always been, hey, we need to do this, we need to do that. And with his support, I think we have done great by people just, wanting to know more about the book, the experiences that I went through. And
Mhm.
also the launching of The Merciful Pain was very successful. So that actually influenced me to market the book more.
Wow, wow, thank you so much. Did you had any challenges, Madison, towards this? Were there any challenges when it came to writing your testimony, telling your story, or just simply putting the script together? What were some of your challenges?
Oh, you better believe it. I had a lot of challenges because imagine just laying on the floor and, trying to write because the pain was so intense that I cannot even sit here to explain it to you for you to understand. And it's something I don't wish on anyone because the slightest move of my body meant that my whole life was like coming to an end. So for me to be able to write the merciful pain, it had to be the grace of God holding my hands to conquer through it all.
Wow, wow. You said it. You said it right. And no one will be able to experience it but you until they are in your shoe or they have been there. So I will not say I understand, but I think I get it. Thank you so much. All right. Now, Madison, can you tell us if persons would like to get your book? Because I noticed you did multiple books and they would like to reach out to you. How can they get to you?
Yes, absolutely. So they can go to Amazon.com, Barnes and Noble,
Mhm.
Apple Book. I also have a personal website, which is very interesting because a lot of people rather go to my website to write their reviews. So
Mhm.
if you want to know more, please visit www.pantisellsbestsellerbooks.com and check out all the reviews. And that has a link that will lead you to the three links that you can get the books from.
Excellent, excellent. All right. Now, I want you to give us one advice, madam, because I know that you have had a long journey and you've accomplished so much. And I'm sure that there are some lessons that you have learned along the journey. What advice do you have for aspiring writers, particularly those from, underrepresented backgrounds, maybe like myself, who's a Jamaican, from a small island who did not see much, who did not know much, or others, out there who really need some advice, who may face additional challenges in their writing career. What advice can you give to these persons who are listening today?
Well, what I would say is, as an aspiring writer, do not be disappointed if you are rejected, okay? Because the world has a lot of rejects.
Mhm.
Keep pushing because what I do is I go online and I read about authors that have had rejections in the past.
Mhm.
And there was one author that had been rejected over 30 times, his manuscript all the time. Okay. And I was like, but he never stopped. He persevered until they accepted it in the end. With me, luckily, all the three books were accepted the first time I did submit. And the secret is read over and over and over your transcript.
Mhm.
Um, Find people to review what you have written and share ideas with others.
Mhm.
Take time. Do not rush yourself like, oh, I've written a book, so that's the end of it. No, you may be disappointed. Okay. So, as I said, read over your work, take time to make sure that your spellings and everything is, I mean, especially the storyline makes sense to the readers. That's the most important thing. So if you submit your manuscript and it doesn't make sense, that
Mhm.
means it's not going to make sense to the world. So why would they want to
Exactly.
accept it anyway?
Exactly, exactly. You're so right. Thank you so, so much. And I want you to acknowledge a few persons before you go, because I know that there's someone or there are some people that have been with you on the journey. Who would you like to acknowledge before you go?
Oh, wow. I have a million people, but I think out of the million people, I have three little girls that I would like to acknowledge.
Mhm.
And they are Zoe, Zaria, and Kalia. So these are 9 and 10-year-olds that I never knew that whenever they go to school, they would take my books to their teachers and, say, hey, you need to purchase a copy of this book. It's online.
Wow.
Yes. So that really surprised me. And hey, to my little girls, I'm so grateful. Thank you for all that you do. Yeah, so it's like, in a way, they are advertising for me that I even didn't know until their mothers told me.
Wow, 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 wow. Thank you, thank you so, so much, Lady Madison. So there you have it, listeners, our very own bestseller over there in Texas, USA. She was here with us as the author of The Unmerciful Pain and, of course, Conquering Through It All. I was thrilled to have you, Madame. It was a pleasure. And we look forward to hear more of you. Find her. She's on Facebook. She's on Instagram. She's on all the social media platforms and our website. Panti sells bestsellerbooks.com. Get involved, get our copy, and don't forget to keep sharing the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Lady Madison. It was a pleasure having you with us on the Lady Tracey Show. Talk soon.
It's been a pleasure. And I thank you so much for having me today. And you have yourself a wonderful night.
All right, amazing. All right.